Star Wars Episode 9 by writer and director J.J. Abrams is all set and ready to deliver a lot of twists and turns and surprises for the audience watching this film at the very end of 2019. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one of the biggest subjects of all has all to do with one of the big characters in the sequels is, of course, Supreme Leader Snoke. Now, as of right now, the character remains a mystery, right? We really know nothing about him and his past. It's a very mysterious character, kind of like how Emperor Palpatine was in the original trilogy before we got the prequels. And it's a similar thing in a sense right now, where J.J. Abrams is coming back into Episode 9 and will be answering a lot of those burning questions that we all had in The Force Awakens, which honestly is good news. I think a lot of people want to learn more about those burning questions in The Force Awakens that were left unanswered. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. What's really interesting is that something that has all to do with Supreme Leader Snoke. Now, you guys may be aware that there were quite a number of script rewrites and adjustments before in the past while they were filming this movie ever since they started on August 1st. So on August 1st is when they started, and they will be ending in February. Now, along those lines, there were some script rewrites, and apparently within those rewrites, both Disney, Lucasfilm, J.J. Abrams, and crew were actually trying to figure out a way of putting in Snoke's identity into Star Wars Episode 9 and answering that burning question by the fans. Now, supposedly a lot of those questions will be answered in Star Wars Episode 9 when it comes to Snoke's identity in this movie. Exactly how are they going to do this, we don't know, but regardless, apparently his identity will be thrown into Episode 9 and explained by one of the characters, or perhaps even by Snoke himself. Now, there's a lot of talk that Snoke would be a part of Episode 9's story in some way, shape, or form. It also lines directly up with exactly why Andy Serkis canceled his appearance at one of the Comic-Cons, I believe it was, over in Philadelphia, or one of the cons. And he actually canceled his appearance, all because of a big project that he was working on that would require a lot of motion capture. And since then, we heard nothing about that. It was completely secret. It was kept under wraps. We really did not learn anything more than that. And a lot of people are really wondering about Snoke's involvement in Episode 9 right now. Now, Snoke's identity being explained in Star Wars Episode 9, do I think that this is a good thing? Absolutely. Andy Serkis himself has even said before in the past that he actually knows Snoke's backstory. He actually talked to J.J. Abrams about it. He talked to Rian Johnson about it. They all pretty much have an idea of the backstory of Snoke, and there's a reason as to why they kept it a huge secret in The Last Jedi, and that is, of course, if they wanted to explain it or reveal it in a future Star Wars film. And what better way to do this than, of course, in Star Wars Episode 9, ending the Skywalker saga as a whole. Now, Supreme Leader Snoke, what's so interesting about this character to me is not only does he actually favor both the light side and the dark side, but he also sees Kylo Ren as the perfect sculpture, right, between light and dark. He actually sees him as a new Vader. And there's something about Snoke that I also like. He's been around for ages. He has seen the rise and the fall of the Galactic Empire, meaning that this character existed during the prequels. So, since J.J. Abrams is going to be implementing a lot of prequel trilogy continuity, along the lines within there, Snoke's identity will be explained by J.J. and crew in Episode 9. We also have, alright, the upcoming comic, I think it's called Age of Resistance, and one of those issues is going to all be dedicated to Supreme Leader Snoke himself that will answer a lot of questions and will actually have a lot of revelations about the character. Now, I don't know about you guys, but Snoke, for me in the sequels, really grew on me as a character just as much as Palpatine did for me in the originals and in the prequels. There's just something about him. I know that some of you guys out there may disagree, but I honestly think he's a great character, and I think that they could have explored that character a whole lot more in The Last Jedi, and kind of just, I don't know, delivered some more insane scenes for him. You know, kind of just explaining his backstory a bit, exactly who he was, or who he is, and some secrets up his sleeve. That's something that I would really love to have seen in The Last Jedi that did not actually get explored. So going into episode 9 with Snoke's identity being explained, I think it's a great thing. What do you guys think about that? The fact that they are toying around with implementing Snoke's identity in Star Wars episode 9, I think is fantastic. Anyways guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.